Guys, we're back.
Uh,
Guys,
uh.
we're back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
Don't
true.
call it a
So,
comeback, but we are coming back is the thing.
yeah.
So,
So I guess it's appropriate. So it's time for our weekly segments, of course. Of course. And guys, we must thank you again because we do have a comment corner this week.
yes.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Wow. And everybody
Yeah.
said wow. Although not
Yeah.
because everybody's like, okay, well, this is like a normal thing now. And that's
It's
what it's
just,
gonna stay.
yeah. Guys, no takesies backsies.
Yeah,
Seriously. I'm
exactly,
so
exactly,
pissed.
exactly.
So, keep writing in, but we do have one for this week. And this is another email from Caitlin. Caitlin, thanks so much for another
Hmm.
write-in.
Yeah.
Um, the the comment is entitled Indie Pop Supergroup Boy Genius has caused problems for me lately. Dying to
Uh-huh.
know more. Caitlin says, Hey girly pops, welcome to my era of being back in the MPJ Comment Corner. Loving the podcast as always on such a real and enlightened level, and that's all thanks to you. Thank you.
Hmm. Yeah,
The
thank you,
people who are
Caitlin.
getting on your hashtag grind set and delivering us delightful episodes. Very famously, I am a hashtag lesbian, and I
Oh.
did in fact fail my driver's test 3 times. And that's
Hmm.
something that's been going on in my life is that I popped one of my tires while listening to Not Strong Enough by Boy Genius. Haven't we all? Then I had to drive to a Qdoba parking lot and wait for my dad to come and change my tire. I know what you may be thinking. How does someone overcome such a tragedy? Well, I don't know if I have, but with the power and refuge, pardon me, have
It took herself
pardon
out
me.
there for a second.
Yeah, haven't encountered that word in a while. Okay, that the MPJ podcast has given me. I will continue. Anyways, y'all keep pushing the envelope and perfecting the culture. Keep speaking for the people, Caitlin. Quotation or parentheses. Wait, MPJ
But
Stan. Caitlin MPJ Stan. I forgot the word for
yes.
that thing too. I'm losing my mind.
The word for what thing?
Parentheses?
Yes, parentheses. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh my
Mhm.
God, losing my mind. This girl at work today couldn't say a word, and she goes, "Sorry, I have lupus." I was like, damn. I was like, I actually totally see you for who you are right now.
Can I
Um,
speaking of substitute teachers, there was this famous substitute teacher in my high school who was like an older woman, and
uh-huh.
she would say instead of parentheses, she would say parentheses.
Ew.
And she didn't like have a lisp, but she would just call them parentheses.
She just had to
The
say it wrong.
parentheses.
Rent the thief.
Uh
Anywho, Caitlin, yeah, I get you. And if anyone gets you here, it's actually gonna be Quinn.
yeah, I've popped 4 tires in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And only 2 were my fault.
More years than you've been alive, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because
crazy. It's
I'm a
scary.
leap year baby, but
Yeah, exactly.
I did it made me really happy that you also wrote about Boy Genius and Not Strong Enough because I have been going crazy over Boy Genius for the entirety of the record's album cycle. And so
Yeah.
Becca, I must ask you now, did you listen to the record at all?
Yes, I have just once.
Uh
Um, because I mean, again, okay, I couldn't be a bigger fan of these people,
mhm.
these people, but
You
it
can
is
say
something
lesbians, it's
about
okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Um, it is something about like being sad, you know?
Yeah.
Like I am so easily affected by the things I consume,
Mm.
and I'm just
Yeah.
not ready
See,
right now.
yeah, I really like sad music for whatever reason. Like I could be literally in any mood and like just listen to a really sad song and be like, oh, like if I'm sad, it like helps with the emotion. But then if I'm happy, I'm like, oh, that's so good.
I just get sad
Yeah.
and I
Um,
cry.
but yeah, I've
Cry
been
so
obsessed with
much.
Not Strong Enough ever since it came out. Like I was listening to that all through Mexico and I was like, yeah, it's the thing. Yeah.
Pretty much so.
Um, and True Blue, love that song. Lucy Dacus, I'm just so obsessed with her voice.
Yeah.
And then We're in Love, Anti-Curse, and Letter to an Old Poet, which are the last 3 songs on the album. Come on.
Letter to an Old Poet, very much so, yeah.
When I first listened to that song, I was like driving, and when I realized it was a reference to me and my dog, I was like,
Freaking out, actually, I
I was
am.
on I-95 going 60 miles per hour. I could have died, Phoebe. I could have died is the thing.
Bawub.
Literally. But yeah, the record's so good. And Caitlin, happy record release week. Caitlin actually sent
Yes.
this in a second ago, but I was saving it until we knew the record was coming out and we could comment on it officially.
So, with that being said, moving
Still
on.
laughing at Ariana. She's still here, guys.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
Peter, the horse is here.
Beta. Okay.
Ooh.
I've never thought about doing. Okay. All right, I'll have to look into that. An
Lois Griffin
impression.
impression.
Yeah. I wanted to call her Lola Griffin because I do have a neighbor named Lola. It's
That was
true.
giving Quinn vibes a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely was. Well, speaking of Quinn not knowing anything.
No, I agree.
Okay. Let me keep it rolling.
Okay.
Stay with me now. Okay. Which is a scary thing that Quinn does is not know people's names. We move on to our jump scares of the week. Wow. I got there. So this is anything that me or Quinn. Please help.
Should let Becca stop
diabetes.
monologuing, but it's like when there's a car crash and you can't look away.
It's crazy. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. Quinn, what was your jump scare of the week? What was scary? What was bad? What was not great?
So, guys, I hate to report that this happened to me again, but I was kind of assaulted at a bar again.
No.
This one was much more funny, I will say that. I was much less
Okay.
uncomfortable, and this one was much like more funny. But so we went to this bar on Friday night to watch Drag Race and then to start dancing. And I don't know what it is about me on the dance floor, guys. Like, I think no, because at this point I have to like think that it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Like, not to victim blame, but also I think it's okay because I'm myself. And like, if I'm the victim, then it's okay for me to blame myself. I wouldn't advocate the same thing for others, but there must just be something about my energy that people get really excited by in the club. And so we're just like dancing, and there are these two people there, and later, and this didn't register to me then, but like we would be talking about it later, and then like two of my friends were like, those people were definitely like on coke or something.
Ooh.
And like, because the one girl, the woman who's in the scenario, she did have like this weird 1,000-mile stare, and I was like, huh. But I was just kind of dancing with her and whatever, and like, and with my friends, and like, if we're on the dance floor, like I'll dance with anybody, like, and not even in a necessarily like, you know, like like a certain way. I'm just trying to dance and have a good time, and if I catch that vibe from you, I'm like, okay, so we're doing this. And so anyway, there's this like blonde woman, and she's like, her energy is a little off-putting to me, but I'm not gonna like, you know, be like exclusive or whatever. And she's like making like weird eyes at me, and I'm like, okay, work. And then at one point, she just comes up and literally like humps my leg, like,
oh,
like a dog or something. Like,
primal.
literally, like, and not like grinding on me or anything like the last lady who grabbed for my neck, but like literally just my leg. Like, she's just like humped my leg. And it was funny because I was describing it to Kat and Corey the next morning. And then I was like, didn't you guys see that? And they were like, no. And I was like, well, somebody said they saw it. And then I talked to Ian, and he was like, yeah, I was the one who saw it. And I was like, thank God somebody else saw it. Because it was that thing of what you said, being like, oh,
You
did this
couldn't
actually happen if
yourself.
nobody saw it?
Right.
But yeah, that woman did hump my leg.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I wasn't nearly as scared as last time, but
It seems worse
it was
though. I
more just a
guess maybe she
funny.
wasn't.
No, it was more just a funny thing. No, this one was not worse at all. No, when that woman reached for like my
Okay.
neck, like this woman didn't. This woman didn't get handsy. Last woman got
Right.
handsy.
Okay. This one just wanted to get her rocks off.
Yeah, and like this one seemed a little bit more like it was like a joke.
Okay.
Like
The other one was deadly
the other one was
serious
like dead ass serious. Like I
about
could have
wanting
fucked
your
that lady
neck.
if I wanted to.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Um, and maybe I could have, maybe the same could be said about this one. And also,
Hmm.
you know, love women and stuff, but sometimes, like, why is it that I only get female attention when I go to bars? What's that all about?
Oh.
Because there was also that time that lesbian tried to take me home.
Oh, I recall.
Shout out to her.
Wish the best for her.
Oh my god, wishing her the actual best in the world. But anyway, that
Wow.
was my jump scare. Becca, what was something that was scaring the hell out of you this week?
I did a crazy task, which is the clearing of the email.
Oh,
Oh, it's something that takes so long. And, I went through the whole thing where I tried to like unsubscribe from a bunch of like marketing stuff
so futile. So futile is the thing.
because they're just still going to email you, actually.
Yeah.
And it feels illegal. But what can I do?
This was something I wanted to bring up when we were talking about. Did we talk about passwords off air or on air? I
I
forget
believe
even.
on air.
On
Yeah.
air. But anyway,
Yeah.
this is something I want to bring up with passwords, how everything requires you to have a password.
I know.
It's
Sometimes,
so
like,
annoying. You want to buy one
dude.
item once from a website, and it's like you actually have to give us your a password, your social security number, your date of birth, your like
Mm-hmm.
everything about you. They need to know to just send you like
Yeah.
a pair of pants or something.
Your third born child,
Yeah,
if he.
they.
No, they only want the boys.
Yeah, exactly. It's what's most
Anyway.
valuable. It's what's most valuable.
In
But
society today.
yeah, that's so real.
It just takes forever, and oh my God, my fingers hurt, and I don't know. It's just like, also, that's something I do once every 4 years. So it's kind of crazy to just like see also all of these old interactions I had. I did find this was fruitful. I found the letter that I wrote to myself in 2018 that it sent to my email at the beginning of college or in the middle of college, whatever. And I got to read that again. So I was like, oh my God, you got lost in
Oh,
here. Letter to future me. Um,
letter to an old poet.
I was wrong about so much, but that's okay.
Uh-huh.
I have grown since then.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah, now I'm like committed on keeping it clean and updated, but I know I won't, is actually the
Yeah.
truth.
It's
So,
hard. I was away from like my email that has all my like shopping stuff and like regular kind of like stuff for a weekend, and I get like 200 emails in like the course of a weekend. That's the other
it's
thing for like
crazy.
unsubscribing. It's just like the volume of shit you get is crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just too bad. It's just too bad.
literally. It's
What are people gonna
unmanageable.
do? Yeah. Well, now that we've moved on from the scary, we can think about the happy, the good,
Hmm.
positive. So, Quinn, what was your manic pixie moment of the week?
My manifesting moment is something I've been waiting for literally years to say. 4 years at this point, maybe even. But guys, I did get to see Carly Rae Jepsen live in concert in the flesh, actually.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That was the whole reason me and my friend Kat went to Pittsburgh, because Kat was the person who first like turned me on to Carly Rae Jepsen. And we like bond over her music a lot. And so I was like, they announced, so there's this free concert at Pitt every year in the spring, and they announced that Carly Rae Jepsen was headlining it. And
Hmm.
guys, literally so many people messaged me. Can I say
Big day
from
for you.
it was a big day for me when they announced Carly Rae Jepsen was the headliner.
Hmm.
And like everybody was sending me the Instagram post, everybody was sending me everything.
Yeah.
And because I was so famous, I had a little bit of fame on Pitt's campus for walking around in my Carly Rae Jepsen t-shirt constantly.
Yeah, of course.
It used to really be a staple in my wardrobe, but it does have holes in it now. So I'm like trying to be like,
Gentle with her.
yes, and being like, okay, well, but anyway, um, but I was Pitt's number one Jepsy. And
Hmm.
so, and
Can confirm.
I was like, originally, I was like, oh, well, of course they would do this after I graduated. But then I was like, okay, so I've been to this event before. There's no kind of screening for like they say it's for undergraduate students, but you could literally truly just walk up
Yeah.
like and say, oh, I'm here now. Like they don't check IDs or anything. You just have to deal with the cringiness of like college students.
Yeah. The burden you must bear.
Literally. And so we went and I saw Carly Rae Jepsen and I was the hypest person at the concert. That's the reason my voice is a little hoarse because I fully like lost my voice like
Oh my
screaming
God.
because
Did you
I
get
was
there
having
early?
so fun. Not like super early. We were like midway back, but it's fine. I'm tall, so I don't like have to be at the front. And also, something I need to say is that like even if I'm like afraid to be a barricade because people are so rude about the fact that I'm tall at concerts.
Mm,
Like, and let me just say, this is people are like people always glamorize being tall. Like,
right.
oh, that must be so fun. I'm hitting my head on literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
And people are randomly rude to you. Like it's like a physical trait in which people are like allowed to be rude to you because of your height.
Mm,
Like I feel like the same thing goes for short people because like people make jokes about being short and stuff. But like
yeah.
when I'm at concerts, people will be like, "Oh, well, you should let me get in front of you because you're so tall." And it's like, no, I got here first. Like I'm allowed to like be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm allowed to
Yeah.
take up space. You can find a window or whatever. Like
Right.
in a way, and it's like a whole well, it's like it just depends on how you like say it a little bit, but like some people are like really indignant about it and they're like, oh, you're tall, let me get in front of you. It's like, well, you could be like nice about it maybe.
Yeah. Let's
But
try
anyway,
that.
and so yeah, so I don't try to be like up plus I was with my friends, so I was trying to enjoy that. But yeah, it's nice I can see her from wherever. So we were like halfway back. Oh my god, she did call me maybe in the middle though, and you'd be surprised at how many people just like got up and left after that.
That's all they wanted to see.
We literally moved
Damn.
like 5 rows up,
Whoa.
like right after, like, because so many people left after Call Me Maybe. But
Oh my
honestly,
God.
Carly, it was such a good set. Like, it was like, and it was funny because I kept joking about like her doing certain songs, and then she actually did those songs. Like, I like mentioned so many of the songs that she
Perfect.
did, even like random like ones off like her B-sides album she releases. Like, she did one, and like me and my friend Kat like looked at each other because I like mentioned it. She did Favorite Color, which is one of my favorite Carly Rae Jepsen songs, and Emotion, like the title track from Emotion. I screamed when she started playing both of them. Like I just fully screamed. Same with she did this one song, Benz, off The Loneliest Time, which is her last album. And
Hmm.
me and my friend were like saying that was like the song we wanted to hear like all weekend. And so when she did that, we both like screamed and like grabbed each other's hands.
Aw.
Like I was having so much fun at the Carly Rae Jepsen concert. It was amazing. It was life changing. She's such a good live performer, and it just made me more excited for the next time I like do get to see her in like an actual like concert environment. Because like if
Mm-hmm.
I'm surrounded by like other fans, that must be such a fun vibe.
Gonna go crazy for sure.
Yeah, especially because of my
Aw.
travels kept me from seeing her the last time, and so
Right. Right.
but yeah, Carly, we love you, Carly Rae Jepsen. You will always be famous.
Rock on, Carly.
And
I'm so
yeah,
happy for you, Quinn.
no, literally,
Pitt,
and it was like
they
literally,
did
and they
good.
yeah, and it was like she had a budget. Like she was shooting off confetti cannons and
Oh,
like had
okay.
like those huge like condensed air things. And she had like a golden backdrop. Like there was a budget a little bit.
Nice. No, like the one thing I will just never forgive them for is like fully canceling Rico Nasty and never giving that back to us.
Literally.
But then they brought Flo Milli, so I was like, okay. And
No,
then they brought
Florence
Carly.
Millicent, yeah.
Yeah.
No, and people were like people were hating on Carly as the thing, like in the comments. I took a picture of this
Really?
one comment and they were like, budget ran out, huh?
Oh,
When they announced Carly Rae Jepsen, I'm like, girl, she is a global superstar, is the thing.
what you don't realize.
No, a lot of people just don't know that Carly Rae Jepsen made music after Call Me Maybe, and actually is making her best music after Call Me Maybe. And
Yeah.
we all just need
You
to
don't realize
respect,
gay people go to Pitt.
literally. For the LGBT students, they want to raise millions for the LGBT. No, and it was like a bigger crowd than Flo Milli too. Like more people showed up to see Carly. Like it was definitely a bigger thing than last year.
Yeah. There used to be two concerts per year. My freshman year, there was two.
I believe there still is. There definitely was last year.
Oh, okay.
Because remember they got Lauv and he was like late. So like it didn't end up going until like
Oh, I
really
don't
late into the night.
I do not recall that.
And by that I mean like 9 p.m.
Okay. Really late, guys.
But anyway.
LOL.
So that was my Manic Pixie moment. But Becca, what was your Manic Pixie moment this week?
Hmm. I just thought of one. Great
Yeah.
question. And I will tell you now that I had it in my head.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh my God. Do you know what I just thought
Oh,
about?
I
Okay, work.
remember. Okay. My Manic Pixie moment is it's a big day for annoying people. Melanie Martinez has new music.
Oh
And
wow. I was not
yeah.
expecting that.
No. And listen, I understand if you don't like her, totally fine. I
Mm-hmm.
think she is a really interesting creative person.
Uh-huh.
And the visuals, especially for this new album, are just so interesting. And I'm excited that like she has a persona of being like this alien creature thing now.
Instead of the baby.
Yeah. I think that's better. I think alien
Yeah.
is better than baby.
Yeah, because it's weird when adults act like babies, but less weird when
Yes.
they act like aliens.
Yeah, so it's good.
Putting her in
I
the middle of Target with that fucking mask on. Did you
know.
see? I have to send you a tweet.
Please. No, like that's the thing. I also can make fun of her, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna listen to
Stan.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Something I'll never not be able to do.
But oh my God. Well, I'm glad that she's out with new music and that the
Thank you.
aliens are keeping you fed.
Thank you.
And that comes to the end of our little show today. And so Becca, where can people keep up with you on the internet these days?
They can follow me at Becca Howard on Instagram, at Bex Gloss on Twitter and Spotify, and at Where Are Y'all Going During World War III on TikTok. They can also
Mm-hmm.
find me walking in the park, creeping through the caves, and dancing with the Celtic women
Uh-huh.
in Galway.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Quinn, where can the people keep up with you individually if they're so inclined?
You can find me at Quinn P. Murphy on Instagram and TikTok and at Quinn P. Murphy underscore on Twitter. And you can also find me boxing with this damn computer, trying to figure out how it works and what my place in the world really is.
Mm.
Um, and so yeah.
Doof, doof.
Doof,
Perfect.
doof.
Doof, doof.
And Becca, where then can the people follow the show if they're so inclined and they want to see your amazing animations?
Oh my God. Well, they can follow at Manic Pixie Jumpscare on Instagram and TikTok
Mm-hmm.
and YouTube, where sometimes the podcast gets uploaded, but sometimes it doesn't, and that's honestly fine.
Yeah. Well, it always
Guys,
gets
okay.
uploaded. Just sometimes
The
it
video
takes a
doesn't
couple
work.
days, and sometimes you don't get to see our faces. Which for
Hmm.
the last episode, guys, I know you haven't seen it yet, but it might be better for me because I like the angle I was shooting myself at from the last episode. I don't know what I was thinking.
Oh, I don't even remember what you
I
looked
was like
like.
right here. I don't know why, but I was like right here. It's like the if I did the whole thing. I don't know.
Sometimes,
My
guys, I
dad's
want to go
MacBook
to
Air.
there.
My dad's my dad my dad's MacBook Air caught me at the wrong angle. It was okay. But yeah.
Yeah.
So YouTube sometimes, and what else,
Hmm.
Becca?
Oh, please email in at manipixiejumpscare.
Mangy, 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 poopy,
Gump care.
gum care, mangy, goopy healthcare
At yahoo.com.
at Hotmail.
At hotmail.com. Whenever people have the at me.com, I'm like, oh, get over yourselves.
Never seen that.
Oh my God, I have to enter so many of those from when I work at my Ulta job and I have to type in people's email addresses, Quinn.
Get it. You have a job. It's like, okay.
Whoa, 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 we get it. You make $13 an hour. Anyway.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Um, yeah, please actually, guys, seriously email in at
Mm-hmm.
manicpixiejumpscare@gmail.com for more
Mm-hmm.
comment corners. Anything you have to say to us, we will listen. We'll be
Literally.
receptive of in some shape or form. Where
We're
Quinn?
Quinn. And
we're
we're
Becca.
Becca.
And thank you for
For
listening.
listening. Miss Piggy.
That's pretty good.
I know, right? Manic Pixie Jump Scare is hosted by Quinn Murphy
and Becca Hobart. Executive produced by Quinn Murphy and Becca Hobart.
Sound and video editing by Quinn Murphy.
Social media management and highlights by Becca Hobart.
And our theme song was written by Quinn Murphy, Becca Hobart, and Nandita Mahesh.